begin with the bill of Senator Tulfo. I believe it's to do with France. Perhaps before going into the detail regarding the various Friendship Day bills, I'd like to primarily ask, do we actually need a law to declare a friendship bill? What is the use of such a law? Shouldn't there just be a presidential issuance? In my understanding, other countries do not legislate friendship bills. So is this even necessary? DFA, please.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Good afternoon again. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to present the position of the Department of Foreign Affairs. I am Secretary Tablado. We want to give you an overview of the position of the Department of Foreign Affairs. By the way, online also present is our ambassador to Hungary, Ambassador Francis Mafranca.
Yes, thank you very much. We recognize the ambassador from for Hungary. Yes, please.
Okay.
Just a quick question. Why is it even necessary to enact a law to commemorate friendship with France or any other country?
If you allow me, we have a very brief, just introductory statement.
Yes.
Thank you. We generally support the objective of the bills, or the bills proposing commemorative events under consideration, which is to commemorate the milestone years in our bilateral relations. In fact, the Department of Foreign Affairs, through its Foreign Service posts, celebrates these milestones on a regular basis. Diplomatic missions in Manila also initiate such activities almost always.
Sorry, I
on a
didn't get the
separate
first
basis.
sentence. What was it?
We commemorate the milestone years in our bilateral relations on a regular basis, which means on a regular basis, every 5 years, normally 20 years, 15 years, we do that.
Sure. Okay.
And also our diplomatic missions, president embassies here in Manila also do the same.
Also what?
Do the same.
There's
Also do the same, sorry.
also?
Also initiate such activities.
Yes, so these are activities. I know for a fact that Spain, for example, we have a Philippine-Spain friendship bill, but it appears that there isn't a counterpart bill in Spain. So other countries don't do this.
Yes, ma'am. If you asked us if there is a legislation on the part of our other countries which we have diplomatic relations, we are not quite sure of that there is none. In fact, we are not aware of any legislation which also calls for a commemorative event as far as Philippine relations with a specific country.
I think necessarily, as you indicated, we've always celebrated landmarks and years such as the 10th year, the 50th year, and so on. Parati naman talagang pinagdiriwang yon. Pero kinakailangan pa ba isa batas ito?
Our position is that it is not necessary through legislation, ma'am.
That's correct. And also that the other countries do not legislate the same.
Yes,
for example, the Philippine-Spain friendship is not declared likewise in Spain. Isn't that correct?
For specific questions, I will ask our heads of geographic office to answer that, ma'am. But if you allow me, we have two more arguments to present to you.
Your arguments are pro or con?
More con, ma'am.
Yes, correct. No, it's fine. It's just a yes or no. The authors aren't here in the first place.
We also think that the proposals like this would entail general appropriations on a regular basis.
Yes, there's a level of concern with the first one, which is the Philippine-France one. It involves 15 million and also falls under one of the cultural affairs groups under the NHCP and not the DFA, which I thought was peculiar as well.
In fact, for us, due to our tight fiscal policy, it is more prudent for us to do these things on not every year, but on significant years like 15, 20.
That's correct. Yes. What I know is 50 years is usually the operative time frame, di ba?
Thirdly, ma'am, we have also to take into consideration the political sensitivity of this proposal. Of course, other countries would ask why we are only doing this to several countries, not to others. So there is a political sensitivity component into this proposal.
Yes, I think there's a level of concern with regard to the Philippine-Israel Friendship Day. This might not be the best time to do so, to pass such.
For other questions, yes. For other questions, but we have the heads of our ASPAC, our Middle East, and our European affairs to address some of the questions, specific questions. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. Is there anyone else who would like to weigh in on the propriety and necessity of passing Friendship Day bills with various countries? Anything else you'd like to add? Firstly, we don't have any friendship bills with ASEAN, which should be the first circle of friendship. Wala namang ganun, di ba? So I'm a little curious as to the need for this. Sige. And if absolutely necessary, if there's some urgent, compelling, and very important reason to declare a Friendship Day, surely an executive issuance from the President would suffice. What are your thoughts, DFA, please?
Definitely yes, ma'am. It doesn't have to be through legislation. It can be done through an executive order, administrative order, or maybe in fact,
Nothing at all. I mean, you just celebrate it,
on
right?
the part of the Senate or Congress, you can pass also a resolution.
Yes, which we have
Which
on
we have
occasion,
on
upon
basis.
visits by the foreign minister or the counterparts in the foreign senates. We've done that regularly, that's
Yes,
correct.
ma'am. That's good. Thank you.
So we can have a very short hearing. This is great. Okay, so you're saying bills 1 to 8 may no longer be necessary. Coco, now the author is here. The position, Coco, of the DFA is that there is no need to declare Friendship Days, and that in fact the counterpart countries such as Spain have never declared Friendship Days, even if we have a Philippine-Spain Friendship Day. Sa Spain, di naman nila ginawang batas. So perhaps it's not necessary, and it might impose undue budget burdens on us to compel us year on year to celebrate when the usual practice is every 50 years only.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson, for scheduling and the bills for hearing. Well, number one, we determine our own acts. I mean, if Spain does not do it, so why does that determine what we should do or not do? Di ba? And if you read the bills, sinabi naman doon yung mga milestone years lang, 50th, 75th, 100th. So, don't tell me na grabe yung budgetary ano nito, not because every year you need to celebrate it.
Didn't refer to your bill. There was a bill filed by Senator Tulfo that imposes a 15 million budget on the Philippine-France bill. So I'm certain we can do without
Ayusin
that.
na lang natin. But
Oo.
siguro ganyan lang
That's
pakiusap ko. Let us
2129.
not,
Ang sinasabi lang nila na hindi na kailangan ng friendship law.
Actually, marami na rin tumatawag sa akin ng mga ambassadors and they appreciate it actually. Basta ang point ko lang, let not state practice by another state determine what we should do. Di ba?
My concern was that
If they
among
do-
these friendship bills, there isn't a single one that refers to the primary circle of friendship, ASEAN. There isn't a single ASEAN country
Precisely.
that's
So we-
declared here.
we-
Kung mag-friendship day, di ba dapat mag-umpisa sa barangay ASEAN?
Pwede. Yes. Ganun yun. So we can do it sa ASEAN and then we can do it dun sa ibang ano. So I don't think we will lose anything kung budgetary naman ito nasa sa DFA. It was already yung bills ko at least delegated it to the DFA
That's
to
correct.
celebrate the milestone milestone.
That's
yung iba nga,
correct.
kunyari 73rd na yung iba, so you celebrate the 75th. You no longer celebrate the 50th. Lampas-lampas na yung iba.
O maraming lampas-lampas na.
So
May,
yun lang po. So maybe Madam Chair, if they can just study it in detail. Basta may pattern naman yung bill ko eh. May pattern siya. It does not even affect the nature of the day itself. If it's
It
a
doesn't
holiday,
even say if it's a holiday or
by
special
virtue of
non-working day.
another law,
Wala
then
nga
it
eh.
remains. Dapat ito wala. It should not affect. It's just a declaration, a commemoration, a marking of the friendship with another country.
yes, I think, for example, the commemoration of the Hungary Friendship Day is important because yun lang ang tanging kakampi ng Pilipinas sa
Precisely.
Eurobloc. Isa
Precisely.
yun.
Mga ganun
Yung
ba?
medyo
So,
obvious ba? Sila lang ang bumoboto para sa atin lagi.
At saka, agree naman yata tayo that we want to be a friend to all nations. So all the more we are declaring friendship days which do not add to holidays. Which should
No, wala
not
naman.
add to holidays.
Wala naman talaga.
Walang effect.
Wala namang holiday, wala namang
Wala.
deklarasyon
It's just-
kung working or
It's just a
non-working.
commemoration. And then even yung actual celebration nasa sa DFA na depends on your budget.